Welcome to Franchise Addicts, the podcast all about franchise movies. My name is Luke.
And I am Chris.
And today we are covering again Evil Dead 2 because Chris wasn't able to give his thoughts on it. We posted a episode with Andres, the pop culture guy, where it was him and I talking about Evil Dead 2. We did our scene-by-scene breakdown over there, so if you're interested, check that out.
Also, I hear there was someone that was killing it in the comments.
Oh, yeah. We had at least one of our awesome members, our 34 subscribers on YouTube. One of them was commenting and saying very funny things.
Yep. Good stuff.
And we encourage you to do the same of our 34, hopefully 35 by the end of this.
Are you number 35? You could be.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. Like, subscribe.
You want to get it on the ground floor.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Discord.
TikTok. So many options. So many options.
We are shooting a shotgun pellet spray. Oh, man, now, see, I'm getting violent again. They're going to cut me off. I can't do it.
No, you're not. Are there hunting podcasts? Because those just got to be the worst. Like, just banned. Or just like, I mean, there's crime podcasts. I mean, that's all about murder and stuff. And that's a huge market. So how is that happening? How are they not getting banned?
That
Ask the Crime Junkies. That's not a play on it. They ripped us off.
Did they?
No.
Is crime a franchise?
No, but the format.
It seems like they have similar elements to it. Usually someone's dead at the end.
Typically.
Or at the beginning.
Yeah, that's very true. Hold on, let me change this.
All right. Evil Dead 2, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
So our typical format, we go scene by scene through. I give some of the fun facts, the trivia about it. A lot of that's in the last episode. But this is Chris's. Is this your first foray into Evil Dead 2 besides just seeing little bits and pieces?
Yeah, and I actually never saw bits and pieces. So this is full on first.
Full on, brand new. So yeah, our last podcast with two people that have seen the movie multiple times. Chris giving us the fresh take. So Chris, overall impression of Evil Dead 2. Let's start with a comparison to The Evil Dead. Did you think it was better or worse?
I would say it is the same.
What kind of?
I mean, as far as like, I don't know, like, because I know like the lead up was, oh my gosh, this is going to be just like Evil Dead, except the budget way better. The movie way better. And I'm like, okay, strap in. Let's go. I've seen the 2 remakes. And I saw obviously the first Evil Dead, which I had seen once before. And I'm like, all right, here we go. And I'm like, this is kind of a continuation of the exact same thing. Yes. Are there like more stop motion, claymation animations? Yes. They ramped it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But overall, it is still a, very, campy, cheap, bad looking. I mean, like it's like, well, it looks bad. Yeah, it looks bad on purpose. It's like got the fun energy of like an indie art school film project, which is great, as far as like, oh, they're gonna try some weird things that you would probably only try if you A, didn't give a shit, and B, did not have money, which is fun. Like, it's just like, hey, I'm gonna try these crazy camera angles. Creative. It's, kind of like some stuff that we would do if we were early, like, if I was just starting and trying to do tricks and play around with things to see the effect that they would have, yeah. So like as an exercise, I think it's a successful exercise. It's fun.
Is it funnier?
Is it funnier
than the first one?
Shoot. I mean, I don't know about that. Ooh. I'd say it's
just even.
The same. Yeah. I got a lot of, just like, it's the kind of the same thing, except we'll have claymation and we'll have this element of Ash as the guy that's in the house that he's just there. Because apparently they were like, we need to bring him back. I don't know. yeah, he'll go there in the beginning. Don't worry, it won't make sense, but it's fine. He will be
So-
there. He will have blood on his face, and
maybe this will help you out a little bit.
sure.
So Evil Dead 2, though it is basically a remake of the first movie, is a continuation. So like the first 5 minutes of Evil Dead 2 is the Evil Dead just without all the friends. It's just Ash and Linda. So Evil Dead 2 is the next day. So Ash like kills Linda, who Linda is his girlfriend from the first movie.
Okay.
She's played by a different actress in this movie, so like it is convoluted. But like that is what's going on in the story. Is this is now day 2 of Ash
And he
in
wants
the
to go
cabin
back
battle.
there.
Well, he's stuck. The bridge is up.
Okay, but why is he bringing someone there that clearly like seems brand new and like they don't know where they're going?
Because they are recapping the first movie. So imagine that The Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2 are just one movie,
That's horrible.
and that is Evil Dead 2.
Yeah, that's convoluted, makes no sense at all, very confusing, not even all the right
The first
characters.
movie was made for $400,000.
I know, but this next one was 3 million. Just why the whole beginning? What the fuck? I mean, it just
They're recapping the first movie.
but they're
So it's
recapping it
day
with
2.
different actors and with not all the actors, and it's kind of recapping it. It just seems like a mess.
Well, yeah, I mean they're basically like, hey, this is what happened in the first movie, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Now we
Sure.
get to do what we actually want in this one, which was Raimi essentially wanting to get to Army of Darkness because that was like
Which
his thing.
seems horrible, by the way.
I think
Like I was like, oh fuck! Like when it ended, I'm like, so now there's going to be this. You know, I mean, it
we have covered Alien vs Predator, so and some of the Terminator movies that are pretty terrible.
and Die Hard.
Army of Darkness, who knows?
Yeah, so like it seems like this is one of those things that's more of an important historical entry in horror, in low budget horror, in so bad it's funny and good horror, VHS, the rise of VHS on horror, the rise of things that were definitely left of center that were gained cult popularity because and again the ability for something to have a cult status due to the rise of VHS at the exact time, that was also, I think that's definitely a big part of the story.
Yeah.
And so like it's cool, and are all these special effects, which the way I kind of look at this entire movie is it's an hour and a half of like special effects, like low budget special effects. As far because really it's just like, all right, now this thing's coming out of the wall. Okay,
Yeah.
now she's possessed. Okay, now this guy's coming out of the wall. All right, now there's that's fine. That's what it is. If there is any semblance of a plot, it does not matter, and it is dumb. Whatever. That sounds.
I can explain the plot to you. Like,
I get it. They need to get the pages. They have to, say. Annie, her parents were there, and her parents, blah blah blah, and her mom was. It's totally fine.
Annie, Henrietta.
Yeah, and so I don't want to say, I don't want to just be like, oh my gosh, horrible, because I think it is cool, and I'm glad it exists, and I'm glad that these, there's absolutely elements in here that you can tell as far as camera work, as far as all kinds of stuff that is incredibly inspirational for what's to come next. So, in that way, it's really, really innovative. And so that's great. That's great. It's like a really cool, exercise, really cool film exercise and a moment in history. As far as a movie to sit down and watch and be like, whoa, no, not for me. It's kind of like, okay, this is, it's not scary, and it is repetitive.
Sure.
And so you're like, as far as watching it for a new cinematic experience, I don't know, it didn't necessarily quite do it for me.
40 years old.
Exactly, right. And I have seen the remakes. I've seen obviously everything that's many things that have come out since then. So of course you look back, and not only
time comparison. Let's just do it this way.
Yeah.
So, if you were alive in 1994, a little movie called Pulp Fiction came out.
Yeah.
40 years earlier, in 1954, whatever the fuck black and white movie was coming out, like, yes, Pulp Fiction is way better and way more modern and way cooler. Like,
Yeah. So I know.
it just is like a part of its time. Like, you just
Yeah.
have to break from the like, oh, well, this sucks compared to modern horror.
And that's good. And I was sitting there and I was my
Like, when was the last time you saw the first Nightmare on Elm Street?
I've never seen it. Chris
Yeah,
hasn't
like
seen
it's fine, but like
I heard it's really stupid. But that's kind of the point too of these movies at the time.
yeah. They were defining a genre, but
Yes.
they weren't necessarily good.
Exactly. And I think that's spot on. And also, you know, as far as the movies that we've talked about, everything that we've talked about is pretty modern. You know, I mean, I think Alien,
Godfather and Alien are the oldest movies we've covered.
Yeah. And those are more, you know, those were prestige movies with, you know, that were in the Hollywood mainstream system.
Yeah. I mean, the Godfather was like timeless.
So. Yeah, but they also had tons of resources behind them. Yeah. You know, this is big deal stuff. And so you can watch Alien and be like, oh, it doesn't look exactly like the stuff from today, but it's, I don't know. And there also is the timeless factor, which I don't know that necessarily Evil Dead has.
Yeah. I would say the argument would be that horror can become timeless. Just like if it's scary, it's scary. Like The Exorcist is scary.
So that's a question. Yeah.
Like what's The Omen is like creepy, scary stuff. But like I get it. Evil Dead 2 is supposed to be seen, and I think is viewed now in hindsight as a comedy.
Yes. So that was going to bring me to my question for you. Turn the table a little bit.
Comedies on this show.
Yeah. What?
I said we don't cover comedies on this show, so
we don't. We can't. What are we doing? Boot! Abort! Does that get you in trouble if you say that word? I don't know. I mean,
I don't even know anymore, Chris. I just figured that my face being on video is.
Is that why you're wearing the sunglasses? Are you trying to go like incognito? Like this isn't me? Yeah. He's trying to pick up a package indiscreetly. Yep.
Boys, this is my thoughts on Evil Dead 2. You're never gonna find me. I'm in a bunker. I'm not a Cubs fan either.
Yeah, it's giving it away. Did you? I saw something online that like Ben Affleck, when they were making the David Fincher Gone Girl, David Fincher wanted him to wear a Yankees hat, and they put down production for 4 days because there was a discrepancy, an argument over Ben Affleck wearing a Yankees hat. He said, "I won't do it." Obviously, he's the Boston guy. Great Boston accent there. But they eventually Fincher gave in, which you know,
I mean,
and they let him wear a Mets hat, and that was a big thing.
Yeah, it was the Mets was, yeah. I love that movie. We talked a little bit about Fincher on the last. We should just do a full Fincher episode, and just really dive into the master, because. You know, with all this talk about PTA with One Battle After Another, we talked about Danny Boyle. Like, we've covered some pretty great directors. Mm-hmm. And I would say that Fincher, to me, still stands above all.
Interesting.
I like him better than Nolan. I just do. Like, it just is what it is. Fincher is just, he gets me.
He gets you.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. Did you like?
Oh, you're gonna turn the tables on me. What am I missing about Evil Dead 2?
I was gonna ask you if you thought it was scary.
No, it's not scary at all.
Okay. Just
I think that Henrietta, like some of the stuff they do with her is kind of creepy. I just don't like old ladies in general. That's getting me kicked off YouTube.
Yeah.
Like I think that motif of like the old witchy, like creepy, gross looking lady. Like,
but it's just really a dude. Can we also say that it doesn't look like a woman ever? It's
that's because it's Sam Raimi's brother.
Yeah, but even like the puppet, everything. Like, is this?
Well, yeah.
And they talk. It's I don't know that. But again,
why does every Deadite turn into that like pointed face thing.
Yeah.
Do the suck your soul, suck your soul.
I'll swallow your soul. I'll swallow your soul. I'll swallow your soul. I'll swallow your soul.
So Bruce Campbell, we had talked about it on our first episode. I had kind of teed you up. Is Bruce Campbell good in the first movie? No. Is Bruce Campbell good in the second movie, Chris?
You know, I don't know of his pedigree, but I think he's really.
I would say this is what he's most known for.
Well, sure, but like I think
he's in every Sam Raimi movie too. Go ahead.
I think he's giving it his all.
He is
really giving it his all. Now, is he like, I mean, it's all, that's the thing, because all of it is like kind of bad, but then it's like, this is almost like a hack, and this is something as someone that has never wanted to appear like they're trying their hardest to the people in the world. It's a hack. Is that like you're like, oh, well, it's not supposed to be good, and then any discrepancies, any deficiencies that you actually have in the film, you're like, yeah, it's by design, man.
I would say that Bruce Campbell is doing exactly what Raimi wanted.
Sure.
So in that standpoint, he is good because I think he's doing what he was asked. And like he pulls a couple faces in this that become like iconic shots. Like after he chainsaws off his hand, like the blood splattering, looking straight in the camera with the Dutch angle. Yeah. Like that's super cool. The when he's doing the crazy laugh as the cabin around him is like cackling too.
That was
like wild. There's some really cool stuff. Groovy. Like
groovy. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah. When he puts
chainsaw.
It's fine. I mean, it is what it is. It does what it is supposed to do.
Yeah. I honestly think he's fantastic in the movie.
I think he should get an Oscar for Bruce Campbell. Consideration. He was robbed.
No comedy should win an Oscar, Chris.
Has a comedy ever won an Oscar?
I'm sure.
I don't know. I mean, probably one of those broad comedies, like technically, but it's not really funny. Something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Schindler's List? No.
Ooh.
That's not considered.
No. That was a documentary though, right?
Both bad jokes. Both bad jokes!
I didn't know that Liam Neeson was a Nazi, but
he was in that movie?
Liam Neeson is in Schindler's List.
I just saw Naked Gun last night. Good stuff.
Good.
You should check it out. Yeah. We should cover it. No, we shouldn't. It's it's a goofball comedy. It's good, he's there.
Airplane's like one of my favorite comedies of all time.
So you need to watch it.
Yeah, I like the Leslie Nielsen Naked Gun movies. I think they're funny.
Paramount Plus. It's on there. It's ready to watch for free.
Cool. I'm in.
Okay.
Me by myself watching comedies. That's how I enjoy them. And I just sit there and I laugh to myself. And then the movie concludes, and then I sit there for 5 minutes and go, "Man, myself, wasn't that funny?"
That was good.
And I laugh at jokes in my own head.
Yep. I go back to.
And then I try and tell them in front of other people, and they're like, "God,
did you see that? Oh, you didn't see that movie? Oh, never mind. There's a part though. Can I explain it? And maybe no, you don't want to do that. I've done that. Try to explain stuff to people that haven't seen a thing and expect them to not think you're annoying as hell.
That's like my entire life is explaining stuff to people and then being like, "Why did you do that?"
You're like, I haven't seen that. I don't care. You're like, but I do. So you need to. My mom does that. Notorious. She spent an hour plus, 45 minutes the other day on the phone with me, telling me the entire plot of Slow Horses. The entire show. And I'm like, I haven't watched it, Mom. She's like, oh yeah, I know. But let me. And so now I have
this defunct group of MI5.
Yeah, Gary Oldman.
They're technically still a part of Secret Service in Britain, but they get stuck in this old house called Slough House.
I'm back on the phone with my mom all of a sudden.
Moms love slow horses. Or at least our moms do, because my mom loves slow horses too. We should just have them do a podcast. God damn it.
Slow horses?
Our moms covering slow horses?
Yeah, I've got a couple extras too I can throw in there.
My mom would just be like, "Oh,
he is so good. So good."
My mom would be more like, "Gary Oldman's so good.
Uh-oh.
He's so gross. He's so gross in it. All the farting, all the disgusting stuff. Like she thinks he's gross, but like
they
obviously,
made him dirty.
yeah.
They made
But yeah,
him
the main guy in that show is actually really good. I watched him in another Paramount Plus feature called The Gold from BBC,
The Gold.
and it's good.
Was it? Wait. Was this City Slickers 2, The Search for Curly's Gold?
I wish. I've
How have we
only
not
seen
done
the
that
first City
franchise? City Slickers.
I think there's only 2.
I know,
I've only seen the first one.
The Search for Curly's Gold. With a title like that, you think it's bad? It's not.
I actually liked the first one.
Yeah, I mean, it was a hit. Got a sequel.
All those were hits. Like all those like comedians of old, the Chevy Chases, the Bill Murrays, the Billy Crystals, like they had huge hits that like
Just turned them out.
only people in their 40s and 50s tell you are the best comedies they've ever seen.
And no one else really
Well, we got so spoiled, like my era, like 30 to 40, got so spoiled with the 2000 to like 2015 comedy run.
Like what? The Seth Rogen stuff?
Yeah, so like Anchorman,
Yeah.
all that stuff, like that became our comedy. Well, and the Sandler in late 90s. So like Sandler into Anchorman, into A Hangover, all that sort of stuff. We just then took all of the 80s and early 90s comedies and just like, don't need those.
Man, you're losing some good stuff there.
Like
but
Airplane? Yeah, Airplane's good.
Airplane's good. Naked Gun. I mean, OJ, hilarious.
Yeah, I don't like watching films with convicted or not convicted. He was convicted in a
different crime. I'm getting my stuff. I'm just trying to get my stuff.
Well,
back.
he was convicted in civil court. He was not convicted in criminal court.
Man. Yeah, but he's good with slapstick.
What's his name? Like Newman?
Nordberg.
Nordberg. Newhouse.
Oh my God. Yeah, they try and do a little of that with Paul Hauser Thomas. That's not his name, but you know what I'm talking about. I don't know. He's in stuff. He's like the second guy. He's Liam Neeson's second in command,
isn't it?
Who?
I think it's just Paul Hauser. Am I wrong about that?
I feel like there's maybe a middle name involved, but let's just go with Paul Hauser.
Just put Thomas as the middle name for everything.
Thomas Hauser? Yeah. PTH. Love a good
Paul W.S. Anderson.
Yeah, there is that guy that made the Scream movies, right? There's a different Wes Anderson. Now we're talking about Andersons, but there's a guy.
Wes Craven did Scream.
Okay, but then oh man,
I think you're right. There is another Wes Anderson.
They did he did some other shitty horror movies for sure. But anyway, speaking of shitty horror movies, let's segue right back to ED2.
Are all Naked Gun movies PG-13?
Yeah, that they can get away with that then, and they're not they walk the line, but they're just goofy.
You were right, Chris. Paul Walter Hauser.
PWH.
Walter.
Yes. He's good. Yeah, I would recommend for a nice evening of some laughs. It reminded me a lot of MacGruber, and then I noticed that it was directed by the same person. Well, I don't know if Jorma Taccone directed MacGruber, but Akiva Schaffer directed The Naked Gun. They're both guys from the Lonely Island. Yeah, that are not Andy Samberg. So, the Evil Dead 2. That's essentially, those are my thoughts. My kids were watching some of it with me. That was interesting. They're like, what is this?
They're like, why? Like, just say it's like a YouTube video that like some 18-year-old far right person made.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that would do it. I don't know.
Got us kicked off again. Can't say far right. I meant like right-handed.
Sure.
They're far right-handed people.
My Left Foot. Was that a political movie? I don't know. Think about it. Think about it. Just think about it. Yeah, I think
what's your favorite scene from it? Do you have a favorite scene?
Yeah, I think I do. And
I mean, it's such a good performance because there's like Bruce Campbell's in 95% of it, and then there's 4 other characters that don't do too much.
They don't. He is definitely the main event, top of the call sheet. This is my favorite scene, though.
Actually, what is the call sheet, Chris?
What is the call sheet?
Who else is on the call sheet? You said he's.
Oh, sure. I mean, I have to look it up. I don't know these actors, but let's just
Look it up, Chrissy. Look it up.
let's
Now we're
see.
just
So,
blatantly
Bruce Campbell. So the call sheet, by the way, is who is like, the top build, right? The call sheet.
TV.
That's when you got to be there. Bruce Campbell, top of the call sheet, number 1 with a bullet. Ashley Ash J. Williams. Sarah Berry plays Annie. She's number 2 on the call sheet, if I had to guess.
Where is Bradley Raimi or whatever Sam Raimi's brother? David Raimi
is possessed Henrietta. Again, I
don't. You say he's like six on the call.
Yeah, let me see if
I feel like he's got to be higher than. He's in a lot of scenes.
Can you just and I guess that a lot of the other guys go away. Let's see. So it has Jake as number 3. Ted Raimi's 5.
Really?
On the Evil Dead 2 so IMDb page. So I don't know if that's the literally called.
Andres and I tried to figure this out. What is Jake's job? Jake is the man who is in a relationship with Betty Jo. It appears that they have like a tow truck that he is driving, but he has been called out to take a look at a bridge that has been destroyed. Why would a tow truck go out there?
Well, it's a small town, so the guy that does the towing is also the guy that fixes the bridge. He just
anything road related. He's
the road guy. If it's a road, if it's a car, if it's anything that has wheels or has wheels on it, you're gonna talk to Jake, and he is.
Why would he have had to go out there? And who gave him the call to go out there? Because it feels like whoever called him to go and check this out could have just explained the situation, and he would not have had to drive out there and then take a look and be like, "What are we gonna do with this?" That is my favorite part of like people that are like contractors or something. Like you come over to our house, like, "Yeah, I want to add a new addition to this bad boy," and like you explain it to them beforehand. They still have to come all the way out and really just talk you through everything that you talked over the phone one more time as they take a look. So maybe that's what he's doing.
Well, you got to have something to build them for.
Well, yeah, but like I could have explained over the phone, like.
I know, but if I go out there, if I drive out there, that invoice is much meatier than a phone call.
Yeah, you can charge.
Like, oh my God, I had to drive an on-site, assessment. Yeah, so Jake's cooking the books. Jake's got to make ends meet. He's got to bill.
He's got to be able to afford Betty Jo's chew tobacco habit.
Yeah, and he needs some new overalls. Clearly.
I wonder how these two crazy kids got together.
Yeah,
it was Betty Jo just like the.
That okay? Like this seems like a little.
It did seem a little off. It did seem like potentially Joe was like keeping Betty Jo down in a way. Like she just happened to be the pretty girl from this small town, and
I don't know. I don't like it. It was a little suspect, for sure. It did not make sense.
No, none of it makes sense. None of it makes sense at all. It doesn't make sense that they go through a portal at the end. That like more magic occurs. What else doesn't make sense? The entire cabin itself doesn't make any sense.
No. Most
it doesn't make any sense why where you would hang up a chainsaw, you would draw a white chalk outline.
That's cute. That's really when it starts to lean into comedy. And there's an aspect of it that almost reminded me of Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Just with this really like kind of like campy horror touch to everything, but it was just insanity, things happening quickly, so in that cartoon like way of like there's nothing that's really gonna take too long. A lot of the scenes are almost like self-contained, like, oh, he's got to cut his hand off, so like let's watch that whole thing, and then like that's it. And there's not a lot of stuff that adds on other scenes. What's up?
Bruce Campbell like being possessed, like literally basically from the first 5 minutes of the movie when he gets thrown into the tree and then the sun
They really
eliminates his
throwing hard, those body slams.
but like he changes back to a full zombie again later in the movie.
Thriller style. Can you say Thriller style? Because that is what happens. They look when they get possessed, they look like Michael Jackson in Thriller.
They do, yes. Yep.
Like as far as their whole transformation, like, oh, so you now have really defined cheekbones and yellow eyes. And though, like, oh, that's defined cheekbones, yellow eyes equals possessed zombie. So yeah, but my favorite scene. Let's talk about that, which is when it's with Jake from the road crew.
From State Farm?
Yeah, Jake from State Farm. Maybe he was, like that's just their their
They're
shitty
doing an insurance assessment.
Their shitty their shitty branch out there, and
Do you think that as destroyed as that bridge was, do you think that insurance would cover that, whatever insurance the state or municipality that built that bridge, do you think they had that bad boy insured?
Well, I wonder if it goes, the premiums are higher because it's on an ancient burial ground.
Well, and it seems to like be the only connection other than a secret pass to this island woods area that has a single cabin that is like the highlighting feature of this area.
Yeah.
Like this person built this cabin out here, so we had to build a bridge. And now that is the only way to get there unless you know a local.
And like, what are the locals? Like, who lives there behind the cat? Like, is it
Joe
cabin in a
Benedetto.
neighborhood? Do those ghouls have like a watering hole that they go to, or like a local anything? Or is it just a cabin in the woods?
I have no idea. I mean, who knows how long the professor and his wife were visiting the cabin, how much a part of the community they were. Like, we know that none of like the crazy stuff happened until he started reciting words from the Book of the Dead.
You can't do that. Very, very unprofessional.
Don't do that.
Go with that recitation. This recitation and the second recitation. She's interesting actors all around. Favorite scene is when Jake gets fed to the floor. Jake gets grabbed, I believe, by the ghoul of Henrietta.
He does,
and dragged into the cellar, and it essentially just like a full water cannon full of blood. Like they've just like gone down one of those like water rides, and it's just like everywhere. So much so that you can hear the liquid pool up on the floor. You can see it kind of, so much is happening that it can't even be absorbed. And you can see that it's clearly red water of some sort. Not necessarily a consistency of blood, but it's just so extreme. I think that was one of the maybe most iconic. I don't know. I'm making this up, but I think it's very iconic because the whole idea of really schlocky, campy horror of just having blood like squirt out in a way that's clearly not real is a tradition that's been carried on. And you see that in a lot of the modern exploitations. You see it at the end of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, for Christ's sake. You see it at war concerts. You see just like this ultra violence, this ultra parody of actual violence, but it's kind of also disturbing, but it's also funny, and it's clearly not real. I don't know. I thought that was when they turned it up to 11, and I thought that was very recognizable. And that, of course, they do that in the remakes. That full on over the top.
ChatGPT has just confirmed Tony Gardner was on the makeup crew for Michael Jackson's Thriller. He also worked on Evil Dead 2.
Hell yeah. Great fucking pull, Chris.
All done.
I know what a video, what a song, right? I mean, do you know Vincent Price? He got offered like something like $1,000, or he could have gotten like residuals on the song, and he was like,
who did the guitar lick for that? It's somebody famous.
No, that's Bad, or that's a different song.
Yeah, you're right. That's Bad. And isn't Bad directed by Scorsese or something?
Probably. I don't know. That's awesome.
I know Scorsese directed one of the Michael Jackson. I can't remember if it's Bad or Thriller.
Bad, and then there's also Beat It. Bad and Beat It are the ones with guitar riffs. Thriller, no guitar riff.
Greatest guitarist of all time. Ready, go, Chris.
Of all time? Oh man,
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
What do you think about it? Top ahead, first one.
Jimmy Page. I said Jimmy Page.
Jimmy Page.
There you go.
John Mayer.
Yeah.
Thank you.
John Mayer.
Thank
He's
you.
good. I mean, he is good.
Kicked.
His good.
Yeah, John Mayer is. I think the fact that he then has now transitioned into basically being like the beating heart of the Deadheads, like, and
cool.
he just literally just plays guitar for 3 hours when you go to his concerts.
He's a jam man.
He's a jamming man. I like John Mayer quite a bit.
He's good. He seems like a good hang.
Do you know how I got into John Mayer?
How?
The Grammys.
As everyone does.
I forget what year he won the Grammy or was nominated for Daughters. And I heard him play it live. I'm like, hell yeah.
I was moved.
That was back in my when James Blunt was my favorite artist.
That's a, what?
I said James Blunt used to be my favorite artist, and so
Yeah,
John Mayer Daughters was right there.
Hell yeah. Isn't that a good impression? Hey Luke, it's French.
You gotta really eat the mic. You gotta be.
It's French.
Your body is a wonderland.
Your body's wonderland.
That's my favorite John Mayer to do because it is just like him, full John Mayer. Your body, wonderland. That's to come from your chest, Chris. Like you can't. You're not even like singing with your throat at all. It is just like.
Hold my hand, you're right, Wonderland. I love it. Yeah, I did Hootie and the Blowfish the other night for people at a bar. Sometimes it's crazy, and I wonder why.
Great bit in Ted, the movie, where he just said that you can sing any Hootie the Blowfish with the syllables E-I-O-U.
Yeah, which is Pearl Jam. They're talking. It's the Pearl Jam. Eddie, I
think we've talked about this on this show that all the bands that copied Eddie Vedder's like my baby.
Hell yeah. There's a lot. Stone Temple Pilots, Creed, fucking Hootie and the Blowfish, the rest.
I still can't believe it. It's on social media all the time. I can't believe that Eddie Vedder at what was it?
Cubs game?
No, the one where he climbs into the rafters because his mic got like screwed up, and so he climbs up and he's like hanging and like singing the song.
Fucking badass.
I hate Pearl Jam.
What? Oh man.
I just don't. Well, I hate them because of how much people like them. When I listen to them, they're like fine. You can have them on the background.
So it's not about them. Really.
People rationally like them. People think they're one of the best bands of all time.
Yeah, they're great. They're great. I mean, they're in. If you're talking about grunge, you're talking about Nirvana.
Talking grunge.
Pearl Jam. They're not about Soundgarden. Talking about Alice in Chains. I don't know, but they're number two. They're at least number two. And yeah, their first, I don't know, at least first 4 albums are pretty badass. And then they kept making, and they continue to make albums. And you know what? Good for them. Good for you, Pearl Jam. Good for you.
Unfortunately, they give us kind of a look into what Nirvana could have turned into, and thankfully they didn't. So
Eddie Vedder, you should have just
kept in time.
What?
I said Nirvana gets to like stay in time, whereas like we still have
young and angry. Stay young and angry, right?
Well, it's like it's like my feelings towards Dave Grohl. It's like I could care less about Dave Grohl now, but I'm happy he's in Nirvana.
Yeah, he was an amazing drummer. One of the best. He took John Bonham's, hitting the drums, like murdering the drums. Sorry, YouTube algorithm, but just hitting them hard as fucking hell.
Do you know who hits them even harder?
Who?
Philip Collins.
No.
Dude, listen to Phil Collins.
Okay, I'm sorry, Phil. That's nice. I get you're a drummer. You're doing the drum, Phil. You're in the air tonight. We get it, but you're not hitting those drums. Listen to any track on In Utero. It's violent.
Well, it's
violent
it's a
drum.
different, yeah. I mean, it's a different genre of music.
Yeah, I mean, and so yeah, I mean, if
Phil Collins bangs a drum. I'm not just saying that because I love Phil Collins. Phil Collins hits the drums as hard as he can every time.
He just imagines they're his ex-wife.
But yeah,
Phil.
No,
I saw
Phil.
Phil Collins when I went to tour the studio of The Tonight Show in 1999 when I was a freshman in high school. The only vacation I went on with my parents or my dad and my stepmom ever. I think that's true. We went there and Phil Collins, we saw him getting into a limo because he was going to be there later performing his track from the Tarzan movie.
Which one? There's a lot of good ones.
Animated one with a fucking Phil Collins
song from it. No, he did the entire soundtrack for it.
I don't know.
Every song in Tarzan is Phil Collins.
What?
Said every song in Tarzan is Phil Collins.
Okay. I mean, what an obvious pairing, right? Phil Collins, Tarzan.
World where there's beauty beyond belief.
Yeah. You know,
feel the things I feel right now with you.
That's what I got.
I can feel it.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
Also,
hold on.
One of the crazier talking voices to singing voices, Phil Collins.
What does he
does not sound like he sings.
Hello, my name is Phil Collins.
Well, he's very English.
Oh, hello.
Right. I think he has like more of a Liverpoolian accent, so a little bit more like the Beatles.
The Beatles. Hello, my name is Phil Collins.
Hello.
By the way, I want to start making
all of our British listeners on screwing up who has what type of accent.
So real quick, and then but the Ed Gein show. Did you watch any of it? You're aware of the cultural thing?
No, but we've talked about this. I know enough about Ed Gein that I don't need to watch it.
But I would. Here's the thing. So it's all about the big takeaway is what's his name? Matt Hummus, the guy's voice that plays Ed Gein. I don't know. I forgot his name.
I don't know anything about the show.
It's Bullwinkle, everybody. It's Bullwinkle. Because I don't know. I'm just trying to find something here with Mother. You know.
That's what Henry Zabrowski during the last podcast on the left. He does that exact same voice for Ed Gein when they're going through it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he does the whole movie. I'm just gonna break into that, especially being a Wisconsinite. It works for me. Just okay, like guys. God is my witness. I told him. You know, well, I didn't know. I just mother.
Yeah, mother. I guess I got a couple bodies on the back 40 there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go pack, go pack, go.
Oh, yes.
Oh man, I had to look.
No, Ed, we're here regarding a missing lady from the town. We didn't need to know the update on the Packers scores.
Oh, I'm so sorry there. That would have been a fun Fargo. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was just there carving out something in my basement there. Oh, don't you know? I'm so sorry.
Ed, we like you got projects, but we don't like the material you're using.
What are you doing down there in the basement there, Ed? Oh, don't you know? I don't think that's so good there. It smells up to high heaven.
Those drapes over there, that's a slap on the wrist, but I mean the murder, we just can't do it, Ed.
The nipple,
turn it into Chicago.
It's just too much.
The Cubs is bearing down on my brain, and now I can't do Wisconsin. Even though I'm from Wisconsin, I can't do Wisconsin anymore.
Wisconsin accent.
Get back to it. Packers.
Packers. Packers. That sounded
Packers Chicago. A little. Yeah, that is. I'm back.
Bears. Ditka, Bears.
Okay, get away from that. Back to boat. Fargo. Okay, I think we're back. Nope, back to Chicago.
Betcha.
Yeah,
you got to just be like the cop in Die Hard 2. What's his face? Jimmy. That guy rules.
God damn it, Blaine!
Accents are fun. I love them.
The Chicago ones are great. I could just watch. Could we? No, we can't. Not a lot of Chicago franchises. That's the Cubs, the White Sox, the Blackhawks, the Bulls.
Doubles. The Ditkas. Chicago. I mean, whatever. We've got the Second City. That's a franchise.
Oh, the Chicago Fire, the MLS team. I believe there's
It's
a
like poorly.
youth
Like
MLS
that was named in bad taste. If we're talking about history, right? Like the Chicago Fire was tragic.
Yeah, but it's iconic.
Iconic fire. One of the most iconic fires of all time. The
It should be
Chicago.
San Francisco.
Name a more iconic fire. Name a more iconic
Every fire in California every year.
I don't know about that. They happen so often. They just blend together in my mind.
That's
the
true. It's like,
Chicago fire, that's one you don't ever forget.
and that shaped the
Now
city.
I'm Jody Comer. I'm smoking my cigarettes in the laundromat. I'm telling you all about the guys in the bicycle gang, okay?
That's actually people out there that have not seen that movie. That's
Johnny.
really close.
Oh, I love Jody Comer. I fucking love it. I
So
love it.
I was listening to a podcast the other day that they were talking about the bike riders, and they're one of them was like, "Yeah, my girlfriend was like halfway through the movie was like, I can't do this anymore. I can't listen to her.
Give me more. Give me more of it. Oh, Jody Comer.
All right, I gotta run pretty soon here.
Yeah. Let's wrap it up.
Wrap up here. Evil Dead 2, Chris. You liked one of the better scenes. I'm a big fan of the hand scene, especially after he's been knocked out. Very, very funny.
Adam's family, right, with the hand.
Yeah, that was called out. What would you give the rating? So you gave what, around 7.6 for the first one, 7.8?
Yeah.
You started at an 8.1.
Yeah, but I went down to 7 something.
Would you give ED2?
ED2 will like give it 1. Like, so let's pretend I gave it a 7.7. ED1. Okay. Then we're gonna give ED2 a 7.8. We're gonna give it one a little higher because like some of the maybe 7.9 because some of the special effects also reminded. I don't know if you guys talked about this. Beetlejuice. Oh, you haven't fucking seen Beetlejuice.
Oh, neither of us talked about Beetlejuice.
He talked about it.
No, neither of us did.
Oh man,
I'm sure Andres has seen Beetlejuice though, but he's not gonna get that out of me. Like I'm not gonna.
People have seen fucking Beetlejuice. Good lord.
Some people.
Oh my god, we should do a Pee Wee franchise. By the way, okay, that's another. Fucking the documentary, Pee Wee Herman as himself. Everybody watch it on HBO Max. It is fucking amazing. Okay, that's it. 7.9 because like some of that stop animation stuff, the long heads and the heads on the end, like that there's a lot of some of that is in Beetlejuice. I am curious if Tim Burton was directly influenced.
Yeah, I mean it's a little bit of Labyrinth in there.
Yeah, good stuff. So 7.9.
I'll give it an 8.2. I just think that because the first movie like kind of defined the cabin in the woods genre, this is just a re-up of it. It's a better movie. And so I think mostly just because of how historically relevant it is, gets it up into that 8 category.
I totally respect that. And the significance of this is not lost on me. I think it's great. I think it's very cool.
I think it's good to take some of these like iconic movies that people, especially movie lovers, just give a pass to all the time and kind of take them to task a little bit.
Yeah,
like Evil Dead 2 is iconic and all that, but a lot of people will cover it and just be like, yeah, it's awesome. Like there's nothing wrong about it. Like you guys don't get it if you think there's anything wrong with it. It's like, no, it can be taken to task. Like same with the Godfather, like Godfather 1 and 2. Like I'm sure I can find something if I really thought about it that doesn't work.
Wedding scene too long.
Too long. I think the lighting in the back right corner of second scene, not good. That cat, not believable.
His wife doesn't talk until she dies. It's a very significant thing, very culturally significant, very cool to horror genre. I love, it also, the impact on the VHS market. So all of that, very, very cool. The movie itself, especially sitting down and watching it right now, kind of more of an exercise than a like, oh my gosh, I'm watching something amazing. You have to watch it in the context of this is important because of history.
Yeah, and you should. I would suggest watching The Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2 back to back. I think that's the best double feature that you can do. Although you could just do Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness. But I don't know enough about Army of Darkness yet to recommend that. So I would do the first two. We will. Special guest, our buddy Sam, who I believe has been on 2 other episodes with us, but this will be the first time that you get to see his beautiful mug.
He looks like Matt Damon,
He
but
does.
hotter.
It's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
I know.
Is
this Damon?
Speaking of hot, thoughts on Diane Keaton? We lost her. She was in The Godfather. That's the only reason why I'm bringing it up, is that we did cover her in one of our franchises. But Diane Keaton, a legend, lost.
Yeah, rest in peace. She was great. I don't know if I've been I'm definitely familiar with her work. She's great. She's not in my like list of like, biggest favorite stars ever. Like I don't
She's
really
like
follow her career because like
staple
what was
of
her
films.
later work was like not movies that were really aimed at me.
No.
Therefore, I don't give a shit and I don't like it. If
So-
it's not for me.
I would say very similarly. Whatever I'd seen her in the Godfather movies.
And then
I
it was
think
just like a bunch of adult romantic comedies.
Yeah, I think I criticized her a decent amount in the first Godfather movie, which probably wasn't very kind. But the movie for me that clicked, where I'm like, oh, I now understand Diane Keaton, what the draw is Annie Hall.
Never seen it.
But Chris won't see that because he doesn't
I will see it. I'll
want
see it.
to give any credit to Woody Allen.
I mean, he's definitely weird. He's definitely problematic. There's no fucking doubt.
You
about
would
that.
love Annie Hall so much. Like it's going to be your new favorite movie after you watch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll watch it this afternoon.
Whoa.
Maybe. Well, I shouldn't say that. I will watch
bring
it.
it back.
I will watch it.
But yeah. Rest in peace, Diane Keaton. Part of our Godfather movies, I think we agreed that she's better in 2 than she is in 1. She's obviously more involved in 2. But yeah,
Is she related
fantastic.
to Michael Keaton?
I wish. I don't think so.
If Michael Keaton ever died, I'm gonna be crying for days. He is a fucking legend.
He is. Yeah. Well,
He's a dude that was fucking Batman and like Beetlejuice, and he speaks to me. So
Yeah.
like, fuck yeah.
I can't relate.
But that is also true. I love Michael Keaton. So we still have one good Keaton left. One good Keaton. Buster gone. Diane also gone.
Buster Keaton. The first Keaton.
The last Keaton. Starring Daniel Day-Lewis as Michael Keaton.
That'd be hilarious if there was like a 22-year-old actor or actress that breaks on the screen that's also last name Keaton. The Keaton legacy continues.
The legacy continues. I feel like there's a football player that was that's a running back on the Ravens that might be named Keaton as well. Keaton Mitchell.
There was you're right. Yeah. There was a guy on the Badgers basketball team in the early 2000s named, he also went to high school at Memorial High School in Madison. I do not believe he went on to play in the pros, but he was a rather successful college basketball player named Keaton Nankiville.
Nankiville. That's cool.
Nankiville.
So he was a big deal in my hometown of Madison, Wisconsin. And then he played for the college that is located in Madison, Wisconsin. And he was my favorite player for the 4 years that he was there.
Last thing, we'll talk about sports. I know you're sad about the Cubs loss, but are you loving the fact that the Brewers are just getting railed by the Dodgers?
Though I have a German heritage, and Schadenfreude is an important part of being German, in which you take pleasure in the misery of others.
Yeah. I thought that was how you live. I don't know. Is that weird? No.
I would say that I just expected the Dodgers to beat the Brewers, so I'm not like happy that the Brewers are losing. This is what I expected. Just like I expected the Cubs to lose to the Brewers, so like I just got what I expected.
You think? Yeah, and obviously the Cubs would have lost to the Dodgers, in your opinion.
Yes. Oh, yeah. It would be even worse than what the Brewers are currently doing. Like by like game 3, the Cubs would have been like, well, we don't have any pitchers left, so like, we just concede?
It's gonna be rough, but it's been fun to watch. Yeah, go Brewers. All right, so Army of Darkness is coming up next. We're excited. We're loving it. This is a fun franchise, and we'll see you soon, right?
You bet. Yeah, next week we'll be on. Again, like, subscribe. We are getting more people checking out the content, but not a lot of people subscribing and commenting or anything like that. So trying to build a community. So we need people to be commenting so that we have stuff that we can respond to and you can be more part of the show.
Be a part of the show.
Yeah, like we're very open to criticisms, critiques, and
Criticize the hell out of me.
Yeah,
Break me.
Don't compliment anything that I do because I will not believe you, and it doesn't matter.
Please compliment me.
You can do that for Chris.
I live off validation.
Post all comments towards Chris. But yeah, a lot of stuff. We got clips coming out all the time, so follow us X and YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. You'll see
Everywhere.
stuff. Also. We did. So I split the show I did with Andres into us talking about Evil Dead 2 and then us for an hour and 45 minutes just talking about movies because that's where the conversation ended up going to. If you want to hear any of my rankings of Christopher Nolan movies, Paul Thomas Anderson movies, what else did we do? There was at least one more where I really did my 5-to-1 on there.
Sure.
But yeah, we talked about a bunch of them. We talked about how Spider-Man 2 might be the best Spider-Man movie. Even though Across the Spider-Verse is loved by lots, I disregarded it because it is animated, and I put those in a different category.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, yeah, everyone check that out. That sounds good. I hope to be on an episode with Andres.
Yeah. We will have him back on in the future. Yeah. He had a good time. I had a good time with him, and he is very knowledgeable and can keep the conversation going. So, yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's nice when we can bring a guest on, and any movie I pose and bring up, they've seen. So very helpful.
That's nice.
That is.
Until then, enjoy your spooktacular October, and we'll see you next time for Evil Dead: Army of Darkness.
Thanks, Chris.
No!
So we'll end the podcast like that movie ends.
No!
See you later, Luke.